Hey guys, this is more high-level StarCraft 2 action with MacGuffinSC, and tonight we have Naniwa versus Leenock, even though it says Timber. This is from the MLG Providence 2011, and I guess Leenock does not have a US account. He's a Korean, so he's using Timber's account, whoever that is. Very nice of Timber. Right, so this is the finals of MLG. We have a PvZ on Shakuras Plateau. Naniwa's sending his first probe down, and it looks like it's going to be a low ground pylon, so it looks like a forge fast. And there it is. Now we're going to have to see how Leenock responds to this. Is he going to go aggressive, or is he going to go for the expansion? Now Leenock's actually a really interesting character, and I'm a big fan of Leenock's actually. He is in the GSL. He was knocked out of Code S, and then he got into Code A, and I think he's back into Code S now. But he is 16 years old and still in school in Korea, so he has to balance school and StarCraft, and he's still able to get to the finals of an event like MLG and also do well in Code S and Code A. So he is getting his gas first, look like 14 gas, so was it a 13? Well, 13, 14 gas pool. So it looks like a speedling aggressive opener, and that may be just to chase off probes, or it may be wanting to actually do some aggressive. So Naniwa's probe is in the base now, and let's see what he's going to do with it. Looks like he's just harassing the hatchery, trying to get Leenock to pull some probes off. Looks like he's got one, and he's going to go back in and out. And what an epic battle. Oh, he actually got one of those probes down quite far. Of course his shields are now down, so he's going to retreat, and he lost 5 HP. And wow, Naniwa going for a Nexus first Forge Fast expand. It's a very bold opener. Of course Leenock's spawning pool isn't finished yet, and he should be able to throw up 2 additional gateways if he wants to wall off until his cannon's ready, then he could cancel one. But that would only work. He would only do that if Leenock went for some heavy Zerg opener. He is patrolling his probe to prevent the fast expansion from Leenock. And we have Leenock getting metabolic boost for his Zerglings, and there's that gateway I was talking about. And here comes the first set of Zerglings, 4 Zerglings and a drone, so it looks like Leenock is going to expand. He is chasing that probe away, and he has got the expansion now. Naniwa getting his first cannon. So Leenock is trying very hard to get that probe. Naniwa is trying to keep it alive as long as possible, using his other lings to scout for hidden proxy pylons. You can see from his patrol path, it's a very good thing to do. And he has killed the scouting probe now. Cybernetic's core going down for Naniwa, and now he has his Nexus operational. He has 2 gas going, and Leenock has sent in his Overlord. And Leenock cancels the hatchery. And he has a roach warren up, so it looks like it's some tricky cancel hatch into 7 roach rush. So Leenock's going fairly all in on this. He only has 15 drones versus almost twice as much for Naniwa. Naniwa sending out his Zealot to try and get the watchtowers. And it does have 4 Zerglings here, so he should be able to kill that Zealot. However, an additional one is coming in, so he's going to need to use more. And the roaches are coming down. And of course, Leenock wants to have this attack being a surprise for as long as possible, so he can get those cannons. Those cannons don't get built till he gets there. And Leenock not losing any Zerglings, but now he's going to kill the Zealots. Now let's see. Naniwa has seen roaches coming, so instantly he puts down 2 cannons. He has a sentry out, and he's chronobursting another sentry, as well as warp gates. And Leenock producing lings. Leenock's taken all but 1 off gas, so he's following up with the heavy lings. So is he going to be able to break this attack? A lot of cannons going up for their thing. The roach is going in. Oh, he's attacking the cannon through there. Another cannon's coming up. So now we've got 2 cannons, and he's found a sweet spot where he can attack the gateway. 3 cannons now up for Naniwa with 2 sentries. If they come too close, he can force field them off. And the Zerglings are going in. And we have 1 force field, 2 force fields. And that prevents any units from getting in, and he's going to lose those 2 units. Naniwa's Stargate is halfway done, and Leenock is only now starting to build more drones. So he's still on 15 drones, however he's producing 4 more now. At this point, Naniwa is really quite far ahead. If we look at the unit counting station, we can see 19 drones to 37 probes. Warp gates are now finished. Three additional warp gates coming down. Actually, 5 warp gates in production, since he lost 1. Another 6 gateways now. Hardly any gateway units for Naniwa because of the roach push. But when he gets that Void Ray out, he'll be able to harass the entire Zerg army until they have to go home or kill himself on his cannons, and then he'll be set. To just pump up gateway units, and Leenock is now getting up his hatchery. Leenock's splitting up his roaches quite nicely. There's 1 Void Ray will be able to wreak havoc on his army and even quite around his base. Picking up destroy overlords. Leenock's gateways are now operational. He is now getting down another forge for upgrades. Also another cybernetics core because he lost his first one, which he needs to build his stalkers. So the forge is coming out, and he is building level 1 weapons as well as chronoboosting out more Stargate units. So we've got 1 Void Ray over here, 2 Void Rays. Now he's supplying Phoenixes to lift any queens or roaches. Leenock has 3 queens, and he is also researching +1 melee attack. So the first Void Ray is now in here. So Leenock's trying to get a Spore Crawler down. Lifting that queen with those Void Rays before the Spore Crawler is finished. And that queen goes down. He's still got 3 queens though. And there's no energy on that Phoenix for Graviton lift. Now we have the Gateway army coming in for Naniwa. Leenock has these Zerglings in the middle of the map, but they're not going to be able to deal with this many Zealots. And he'll be able to harass some of these Phoenix and also the 2 Void Rays, while he continues to pump Gateway units. Doesn't look like Naniwa has a forward pylon though, so he'll have to just rally in units from his home base. Leenock throwing down 5 Spine Crawlers to try and hold this off, and Naniwa getting a Twilight Council. Naniwa is up to 52 probes, and Leenock is at 37 drones. Just now getting his layer at just under 12 minutes. So Leenock is very far behind, and in fact he is about 50 supply down. Versus a Protoss, same bases, but versus a Protoss, that's just not going to be good enough. Graviton lifting that queen, and looks like he's just going to try and go for it. He is taking damage from the other queen, but it looks like he's out of range of the last Spore Crawler. And Naniwa snapping a queen that was just out of position. Leenock really needs those queens. We have weapons level 2 coming out, as well as Blink. And Naniwa getting a 3rd. So he's really getting ahead, and he's trying to stay there. No way that Leenock will be able to move out of his base, apart from sneaking these Zerglings past, and they're not going to be able to do much once the first cannons come out, and he'll be able to warp in any units for defense. These air units continuing to harass the drone line. And we have 1 queen trying to stop it, but we've got 4 Phoenixes, and he's retreating back to the Spore Crawler. So nice queen control, but it's not going to be enough. And there's a queen loose here trying to get to the Spore Crawler. However, she is Graviton lifted and dropped, and we have another one Graviton lifted. So it might be killed by the Spore Crawler, but that's all the queens dead. believe. Naniwa now at a 60 supply lead, continuing to grow. They're not getting 9 Hydralisks out, although his creep hasn't been spread a little, so he's not going to be able to do much. And it looks like he's going to lose his layer. The Hydralisks aren't quite out in time, unfortunately. He loses his layer. And that's a really big setback, and Naniwa blinked all his units in with the use of spawning the hologram of these phoenixes, and these Hydralisks are just not going to be enough. Which allows him to bypass those spore crawlers, which gives Naniwa the first match in this series of MLG.